Red Bull teams have had some interesting problems this season, but DRS has to be the most surprising one. The drag reduction system has been in Formula 1 since 2011, but Red Bull and AlphaTauri have both had theirs fail this season. Considering how simple the system is, this should be a huge surprise to you. So what's going on here? In Barcelona, Max Verstappen's DRS broke and either wouldn't open or was opening and then snapping shut straight away. Max was understandably furious with his team, and his outbursts over the team radio were incredibly entertaining to listen to on the TV coverage. In the race, Max got stuck behind George Russell for a long time as he was unable to overtake him without DRS. When the system finally did work, Max's car was able to go 19 km/h faster, allowing him to overtake Russell. In the end, it wasn't a big loss for the Red Bull driver, as Charles Leclerc's Ferrari broke down and Max was able to win the race. This happening as a one-off would be pretty unremarkable. Sometimes things just go wrong in F1 cars. But Yuki Tsunoda, driver for the Red Bull sister team AlphaTauri, suffered from a DRS issue in Baku as well. Unfortunately for Yuki, he wasn't able to emulate Max's success without DRS. The young Japanese driver was comfortably running in 10th position when it happened, but ended up finishing 13th after having to get the wing fixed. The rear wing of his AT03 suffered damage down the middle, which forced the race stewards to issue him a black and yellow flag, ordering him to return to the pits with mechanical issues or loose bodywork. The team came up with the solution of asking the driver to not use the DRS for the rest of the race, but the stewards said they had to physically fix the issue. In response, AlphaTauri called Tsunoda into the pits and fixed the rear wing of his car, using duct tape. This attracted criticism for the team from the commentators and social media, both saying that they couldn't patch the car with duct tape. Speaking on Sky Sports F1, Karun Chandhook gave some information on what was happening in the pit lane while Yuki's wing was being fixed. I tell you what, Joe Bauer from the FIA has come stomping down the pit lane. Joe Bauer unfortunately got here about 5 seconds too late and the car had already skidded off. This may not be something the FIA are particularly happy with, Chandhook said. Though Max Verstappen's DRS didn't break in Baku, he was asked to not use it in the closing laps by his team. After seeing what happened to Yuki's rear wing, Red Bull were worried that the same would happen to Max's and he would lose the race lead. So to be safe, the pit wall team asked him to not use it, just in case he suffered the same failure. The actual failure on both cars are different, but the cause of both is probably similar. On Max's car, the rear wing stayed intact. It was the DRS actuator that was apparently faulty. This is a small hydraulic part that's attached to the middle of the DRS flap, on the middle of the wing. When DRS activates, the actuator is the part that physically moves the flap. On Yuki's car, the actual wing split in half, which caused one side to literally flap in the wind. While being just as detrimental to the car's performance as Max's fault was, Yuki's was actually a danger to the other drivers around him, hence why he was called into the pits by race control. If the part would have come loose, especially on the Baku circuit's incredibly fast start-finish straight, it could have seriously injured another driver. But how can a DRS flap splitting in half be caused by the same problem that stops a hydraulic actuator from working? Well, they were both caused by the team's weight loss programs. Teams have been working to get their weight down to the minimum legal weight for the cars this season, and in doing so, the Red Bull teams appear to have pushed too far. In Barcelona, you could see on Max and Checo's cars the Red Bull had actually reinforced their DRS flaps over the weekend because they'd taken too much weight off them and weakened the part. Where they had reinforced their wing is exactly where Yuki Tsunoda's wing failed, because AlphaTauri had taken too much material away, weakening the structure and leaving it vulnerable to damage from the huge aerodynamic forces that are applied to an F1 car's rear wing. Red Bull team boss Christian Horner admitted in Barcelona that the problem was caused by them taking their weight loss regime a little too seriously. Of course, we're chasing every ounce of performance and weight is a factor as well, he explained. Maybe we've been too ambitious there, but I think we need to understand exactly what the issue is, because we thought we had a fix. Unfortunately, it didn't prove to be a reliable fix for the whole race. It is such a peculiar part of the car to fail for both teams, but in this new era of Formula 1 racing, every little gram matters, and the teams will do anything to shave weight for that extra % of performance. Are you as surprised as we are at the Red Bull team's DRS issues? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please subscribe to F101, and I'll see you in the next video.